What's going on, you all? Coach Reese here, the boxing professor, coming to teach you today about some footwork. Firstly, like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you share some interaction. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what it is you would like to learn. So I had a couple of questions yesterday, and they were both related to the weight shift and the weight transfer. More so, somebody asked about slipping. Every time that they slip and that they transfer weight from one leg to the other, they happen to tilt over and lose balance. So now that you guys are professionals at the first 5 punches, which are the jab, the cross, the hook, the rear uppercut, and the lead uppercut, we're going to start getting into some footwork basics, okay? So today's video is going to be about the weight shift and weight transfer. So what I'm describing when I'm talking about weight transfer is the shifting of weight between your front leg and your back leg, because contrary to popular belief, that's what's going on regardless whether you're throwing offensive shots or whether you're throwing defensive shots. Even in a lot of bobbing and weaving, it's all weight transfer. You're shifting your weight from your front leg to your back. When I'm describing that, I think what you guys are mistaking is that, let's say I get into my boxing stance, which I know you guys know boxing guard because it's the first video in this series, Boxing for Beginners. So if my left foot is in the front, right foot's in the back, remember I'm an orthodox right-handed individual naturally. What I'm talking about when I'm referring to weight shifting is simply this. Now, I just shifted my weight to my front leg, correct? Because I turned my back leg. Now, what I did not do when it came to shifting is tilting over my body or over my leg. I didn't shift the entire weight over my leg as far as my torso goes, because that's where you're going to lose balance. So if you weight shift here, of course you're going to lose balance. You can doggone near lift up your foot when you do that, right? You can just lift up your foot. Remember what I told you guys. You want to keep your torso square between both of your legs. The weight shift is subtle. It's very small. So it's actually disguised in your rotation. So right now the weight is on my front leg, but I'm still grounded in my back. So if I shift my weight to my back leg, I am still centered between my legs. I didn't lean back where I could pick up my foot. I'm still in the center as to where my weight is just shifting between my front leg and my back leg. That's the weight transfer. That's the transfer that has to happen when you guys are throwing punches, when you guys are slipping, when you guys are bobbing and weaving. It's a constant shift between the front leg and the back leg. So let's do a few punches to show how, or show the effectivity on weight shifting, right? I shot the jab. Now, even though I didn't step this time, even if I do step, I still rotated. So when I jabbed, you see that? That's my weight transfer. I didn't do this. I didn't shoot to the back leg, nor did I lean my body over the front leg. This is my weight transfer right here. That's as small as you need your weight transfer. You don't need a huge one. So if I throw the cross, that's my weight transfer. I can feel the weight in my front leg, but it doesn't look like that right there when I shot it. The weight's actually on my front leg. So then when I hook, the weight came back to the back leg. When I shot the rear uppercut, the weight's on my front leg waiting. And then boom. It's all a subtle movement. It's not huge. You don't want to go huge because you don't want to fall off balance. And you don't want to bring your meal to your opponent. So I don't want to do this. And I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that when I weight shift, that's it. Front view. That's a rear weight shift. That's a front weight shift. So one of you asked about slipping. That's going to be an entirely different video, but what I'm going to do right now is accent how or demonstrate how the weight shift keeps you balanced when you slip. Front view, right? So if I slip to the left, my weight shift is going to be that right there. That's the most that my legs are going to do. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. My hands will be here. I'll tilt my right shoulder forward, and that's my weight shift for slipping. My head is off the center line. Neck is slightly extended. Knuckles are on the cheekbone. When I slip to the right, same scenario. That's my weight shift, right? That's the weight transfer. So what I'll do is take my head off the line, roll the left shoulder slightly, boom, and slip. So I'll always have balance. If you're having balance issues, two things could be true. One, you could be leaning over your leg, like I showed, or two, your feet are too narrow. So when you try to weight shift, you're losing your balance. You're losing your grounding. Remember, boxing comes out of the ground. Your feet tell your hands what to do. You should feel boxing versus having to think about it. Once it becomes a feel, then things will become automatic. So you should feel your legs being loaded the entire time. If your legs aren't fatigued during boxing or boxing training, I don't care if it's shadow boxing, I don't care if you're hitting the bag, I don't care if you're on the head movement bag. If your legs aren't fatigued, you're not boxing. You're not training correctly. Legs, loaded legs the entire time. You haven't seen me stand up like this in any of my videos, right? That's because you're having a 1-inch deficit is the most important part. 2-inch if you're sitting into some power shots. But 1-inch deficit is natural when it comes to your boxing guard. Nice wide stance, not a super wide, but just outside the shoulders with your feet, and transfer, 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 small transfer, boom, boom. This might be your whole drill. This might be your whole practice for today. Just transferring the weight. Just 1 and 2 and for 3 minutes, front view, right? Or 2 minutes, sorry. 3 minutes for the pros, but 2 minutes for the amateurs. 3 rounds of 2 minutes, just 1 and 2 and. So when you transfer to the left leg, turn the right foot, boom. My heel's up on the back foot, then come back to center. Even when I come back to center, guess what? My heel is still up. When I transfer the weight to the right leg, boom, that's when the right foot goes flat. The right foot goes flat and the left is up. Again, side view, left weight transfer to the left leg, right? You can see my heel still being up. When I come back to center, guess what? My heel still didn't touch the ground. Because what if I still have to move, right? And then, boom, for the right leg transfer, my heel goes flat because I'm transferring the weight back here so I can, boom, slingshot it, right? My left foot is up. So let's go over the footwork one more time. Also with the footwork, listen, boxers who can dance make the greatest boxers who can perform in the ring. You have to have rhythm. Go dancing. Go dancing or cut on YouTube, cut on the dancing video, learn how to dance. If you can conduct rhythm, you can dance. You'll be one of the best fighters. I don't care if it's boxing. I don't care if it's capoeira. I don't care if it's MMA, UFC. Rhythm gives you the advantage. Dancing gives you the advantage. You don't have to be the best dancer in the world. You don't have to be a crump dancer or anything like that. However, you need some sort of rhythm and some sort of lucidness in your body, right? So dancing is to your advantage. I'm trying to tell you. So with your footwork, because we're getting into a lot of footwork, make sure that you're able to twist and maneuver like you need to, because we're getting ready to go into some stepping drills as far as stepping forward, shifting backwards, booting, side lateral movements. All of that comes from you having to get advantage of your footwork and jumping rope. So this video right here, weight transfer. how to weight transfer the correct way, shifting your weight from your front leg to your back leg, because like I said, all things tie into this right here. Boom, boom, and boom. That's your drill right there. That's your homework. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Right there. Do that. 3 rounds, 2 minutes. Boom, boom. Try to keep your eye forward on your opponent, right? Your legs should be burning. And also, the ball of your feet will probably burn too, because you're digging into that ground. Everything comes off the weight transfer. Demo. If you get that subtle weight transfer, you will be dangerous. 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 So that's the video for today. I hope that this helps you out. I hope that you've been enjoying this series because, like I said, I've been enjoying shooting it for you guys. I appreciate the feedback that you guys have been giving me. Practice, practice, practice. This is another basic. So this whole series is going to be full of basics. And eventually we'll tie all the basics in together to make the complete circle of the sweet science of boxing. So I hope this video helps you out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Let me know what it is you want to see. Have a good one.